Lesson 51 in the Jazz Violin series. All right, this one I want to hip you to some little exercise I'd like you to try. You've already learned about the three most important chords, the 1, 4, 5. Let's try to use those in the key of D. First off, can you answer what they are? Well, in the key of D, the 1 chord is obviously D. What is the 4th chord? G. Remember, you count the tonic chord when you're counting up. So D, E, F sharp, G. G is the 4 chord. And of course, the 5 chord is 1 note beyond that. Now on your violin, it's easy to figure out the 5th because we're tuned in fifths. G, A, B, C, D, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, G, D, A, E. So all the notes in the violin are tuned to 5th apart. And so always the 5th in whatever key is straight across in your fingerboard. So if it's in the key of D, A is its 5th, right? And down 1 note would be G. It might be easier for you to think that. If you're in the key of A, E is its 5th. And down 1 note from there, D is its 4th. If you're in the key of G, G, D is its 5th, and C would be the 4th. So use whatever you got that you're used to pull it in. There's no magic. You have to think you just have to download this into a hole in your head or something. There's tricks, and I'm trying to show you some of the tricks. So here's the exercise I want you to do. Let's put a simple bass line. I want you to be a bass player for a second. Bass players have to be experts at the basics, as I've said in other videos. So a bass player might outline the chord. One little hip exercise I like is to do this. It's going to be a 4-note, a walking bass line, as we call it. One note per quarter note of a 4-beat measure. And for the first chord, we're going to go 1, 1, 3, 5. Excuse me. And so the bass line will be that. It's a static pattern. So in the key of D, on the D chord, we go. That's 1, 1, 3, 5 in the key of D. Can you do it? We put a swing rhythm in. Easy enough, right? Now, here's how it works when you're playing on chord changes. Not always do all the chords fit comfortably within the same key. It's the composer's prerogative. A composer, you, in case if you wrote a song, you can do anything that sounds good to you. It doesn't have to fit neatly in a theoretical key. It doesn't. So what you're going to need to do is take each chord and the symbol for it and interpret it as in kind of an island into itself. So it comes to the 4 chord, G, in this case, in the key of D, overall the key of D, it's going to be G. And in the key of G, that'd be 1, 1, 3, 5. We're using the same pattern, just like we were in D. 1, 1, 3, 5. For the 4 chord, we use 1, 1, 3, 5, starting from G. Understand the concept? And then when we get to the A chord, the 5 chord, in this case, we'd pretend that we're in the key of A for a second. 1, 1, 3, 5. So I'm going to call out some chords. And you follow suit. It's going to be either the 1, the 4, or the 5 in the key of D. We're going to do that bass line on each one. You ready? Now you can do it in any octave. If you want to do it, you want to jump down there for the 4 chord, that's fine. Any G will do. If you want to go here or up there higher on the fiddle, that's fine for the A. Either whatever you want, or lower. It has to be C sharp because it's C sharp in the key of D. So I'm going to use the open string. I'm going to jump down for the 4 chord and up for the 5 chord just to make it as simple as possible. So key of D, 1, 1, 2, here we go. Keep going. One more time. G, the 4 chord. Twice. Back to 1. D. 5 chord. Back to 1. Congratulations, you just played a simple bass line over a progression called the blues. We'll find out more about the blues progression. Every jazz violinist, every jazz person, every instrumentalist period in any style should know the blues in my opinion. But you'll learn a lot from it if you do know at least that. We'll get to that in another video.